Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to another video. We are back once again in my garage with my Nissan 370Z. And basically in today's video, I'm going to show you something about my car that you did not know about. Kind of an issue with the car. Most 370Zs that are automatic transmissions probably don't have this issue, but for whatever reason, I do have this issue. I don't know if it's because when I first bought the car that I was parking on an incline. It did not correctly park the vehicle or something, or what it is, but basically this car's transmission is kind of not so great. So basically on this vehicle, it's an automatic transmission, so there's a parking pal that's in there in the transmission, and it kind of comes over and holds the transmission in place when you put it in the park. It's kind of like a claw, and it'll grab the teeth and hold the vehicle in place. But with this car, my parking pal doesn't engage all the way or fully all the time. It's kind of weird, and sometimes it's delayed as well. It's just the strangest thing. So basically, whenever I'm parking the car and I put it into the park position, sometimes you hear the parking pal engage and sometimes you don't. So it still holds the car, but I'm not sure if it's holding it all the way. I don't think that claw is on there all the way. So when I first bought the car, I was parking on an incline, a slight incline, like not that much at all, just like a small incline. And I would always put it into park without pulling the parking brake up. And for a long time I did it that way. But whenever I would shift out of park, there would be a loud thunk when I'm shifting out of park, going into reverse, or even drive, just anything out of park, it would always be a loud thunk. And it was always that incline for a while, and then sometimes even now, like on a level surface, it'll do the same thing. So after about 8 months or a year of parking without using the parking brake, I started using the parking brake on a regular basis, and ever since then I've been using it. Now my order of parking, I think I'm doing it wrong right now, but basically I come up here, I do a full stop, I put it in the park, and then I pull the parking brake, but I have my foot on the brake all the way to hold the vehicle still. And I pull that parking brake up all the way because my parking brake is kind of weird. I don't think it's tightened enough. So I have to pull it up all the way for it to fully stop the vehicle. But basically that's what I do in that order. Now I think you're supposed to go into neutral first and then pull the parking brake and then put it into park. But I have not been doing that, so shame on me, I guess you could say. But that is the issue with the transmission as far as that's concerned. So the parking pal just is kind of messed up on it. I don't know if it'll give out at some point. That's why I'm always doing the parking brake every time I park, just to be safe. But another weird thing about the car is the transmission seems to slip a little bit. Like, I don't know what it is. It's just if you're giving it less than half throttle and you're going like slow speeds, 20, 30, sometimes even 40 miles an hour, it'll, like, you're slowly accelerating, right? You're not at half throttle, but you're right below that point. And it'll kick up the RPMs like 500 RPMs, I think, about 500 to 800, and it'll just spike up and then shift in the next gear. And it's weird. I don't know if it's because when I got this car tuned, I did a remote tune from Z1 Motorsports, and I was doing a pull on a bumpy road, and I don't know if that messed up the numbers when they were tuning it, and it just doesn't shift right sometimes. It might be something due to my tune. I'm not too sure. So I wouldn't really recommend a bumpy road for doing a tune on your car, but I didn't really have a choice. I was trying to get it tuned quickly from Z1 Motorsports, and that was the only road that I had around my house at the time. So I think it might be my tune that's doing that, but I'm not too sure. Also, before some of you may be saying in the comments to change my transmission fluid, the transmission fluid I actually had changed early at about 40 to 42,000 miles on the car. I had read in, I think, the 370Z forum that changing it early would be a good idea because they do get dirty quicker than other cars, I believe. So I went ahead and got that done early. But overall, I mean, the car runs great for the most part. No complaints. I mean, I don't have any transmission sounds or noises or anything like that. Like, nothing that would be a real cause for concern. It's just little weird things about it. So the parking aspect of things, and then that weird small spike in the RPMs before it shifts into the next gear if I'm not giving it enough throttle, which is very strange because if I give it half throttle or more, it's completely fine. So I'm assuming it's my tune. But basically the car itself is running pretty good. I've got the oil catch cans on there. I'm trying to keep this car in good health, always doing the oil changes on time, doing the coolant flushes, all that kind of stuff. Getting everything done maintenance wise is very important for me on this vehicle. But honestly guys, it's my only vehicle, so I can't really be without it for a transmission inspection or a transmission job. At least for a while. I have a warranty on the vehicle until 120,000 miles, so at some point I'll probably have it looked at. But as for now, I'm only at 53,000 miles, so I'm still going to drive it as is for quite a while. The car does drive fine, you know, there's no issues with me getting places, but it's just something weird about the vehicle, something that will probably have to be looked at in the future. But as for now, it's no real cause for concern. But with all that being said, guys, let me know in the comments down below what you think the issues are with this vehicle, because when I first bought it, I don't believe it was that way. But also, I used to take it to the dealership a lot to get oil changes done up until recently when I got these race ramps. So before I got those race ramps, I would take it to the dealership, and I'm not sure if they basically mess up the transmission, shifting out of it wrong or whatnot. So I don't know exactly what happened, but I know that there's something off about it. But guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.